All right, well, you clicked on the video, and if you're working 12 hours a day and you're very, very busy, but when you check your bank account at the end of each and every single month, your balance is either like this or it is going down like over here, right? Then you have one problem that most entrepreneurs have, and you are doing something wrong. Now, most of the time, a lot of people that are busy are doing what I call productive procrastination. That is doing a lot of something that doesn't really matter, right? That could be either tweaking with your CRM, doing spreadsheets, doing financial projections, doing different spreadsheets, I don't know, whatever it could be, right? When most of the time, the one solution that each and every single person in a business should know is sales. Sales pretty much fixes all of the problems that you have. If you don't have enough sales, well, sales fixes that. If you don't have enough leads, if you don't have enough revenue, sales. If you don't have enough jobs, if you don't have enough money in your bank account, sales also sells that. It also goes and fixes that, right? Now, if you want to fix that, you want to go wake up tomorrow and start doing the one thing that actually helps your business, sales. Well, let's jump straight into the actual video, shall we? Why does busy work feel safe? Let me go ahead and explain that. Whenever you are doing any busy work that is either twitching with your CRMs, with your website, fixing up your social media, fixing up your different stuff that you built out, right? But you're not actually doing active sales, you fall into the trap, which makes you feel safe because nobody can really say no to you making progress on your CRM, and really nobody can say no to you fixing your website. And this is what I can see with a lot of new entrepreneurs. That is one of the mistakes that is the most common, and one of the mistakes that they make is they focus on the wrong things, and they first get their branding, they first get their logo, they first get their social media set up, right? That does not help anybody at all, because it's good to have that set up, but let's say you spent like a month figuring out what your company is called and setting all of that stuff. Maybe you've spent money on CRMs and a website design, you paid a designer, but then you are out of the cash that you have spent and you have no money coming in. Money came in zero and you've already spent some money. That is not a business, that is essentially a playground, right? Just playing along with some tools that you use. Sales is what I learned myself to be the ultimate answer for absolutely everything. I was stuck in a couple of situations throughout my career, if I can call it that, and throughout my experience, where I was not either making enough money or I was stuck and I was just not doing the right things. I was keeping myself with busy work. I had a problem like that before. But I do remember how I started initially, right? I had that problem develop later on. Initially, I started with sales. And I can tell you guys exactly how I started my window cleaning business and then how I started my AI business, right? My window cleaning business, I had to start because I did not have any sales come in from my car detailing business. Maybe I was doing something wrong, but I didn't have nothing set up and I was just door knocking. Now, door knocking is one of the things where it is straight sales. There's nothing else, and the more time you put in, the more money you're gonna get eventually, right? I started nothing. I had nothing. I had zero clients on my car detailing business. And then through a YouTube video, I found window cleaning. I'm just like, hey, let me try it out. I did not have any sort of website. I did not have any social media. I was just me. It was just Max doing some window cleaning for the first 3 months. Because I started in March 24, and March, April, and May, I did not have any of these things. Only in June did I start getting insurance, did I register my company, did I get all of that legal stuff set up, right? When I already had a couple $1,000s a month coming in from the window cleaning business. Then another realization that came to me was when I was starting my AI company was just I wasn't focusing on the right things. Again, my window cleaning business hit a little bit of a plateau. I found a new way of generating leads, and that's how I got into lead gen. That's how I got into making money in a more futuristic way, if you can say that, right? Everything that I learned throughout my whole experience was that sales are pretty much number one. There is nothing better than sales. You just have to get up every day and you have to make it happen. Sounds cliche, but that's how it is. If you really want to grind, if you really want to make money that is more than an average business owner makes, if you really want to take the next step, sales would be the most realistic goal, right? Sales would be your one thing that you should focus on and the one thing that you should be doing. Now, I also want to mention doing work as a one-man team. I also want to mention that because a lot of people get trapped into that, right? You have to take risks in business all of the time. All of the time, it does not matter. I, for the longest time, did not really want to outsource any work to my clients and use other people. I wanted to stay myself because I was thinking, oh, well, maybe the people that I hire are not going to perform enough, or they're going to mess something up. But I soon realized that my point and my focus point should be sales. It should not be anything else, right? It should be just bringing the money in, and then the outsourcing the physical work, all that stuff can be done by somebody else, making the company more profitable. That's how I scaled. Going back to my example of a one-man team. Let's say that you are a one-man team and you have 8 hours of work in your day. Here's your day, right? In your day, you spend maybe 2 hours of sales, and then the rest right here, the 6 hours, these 6 hours are going to go into admin work, CRM, etc., spreadsheets, all that stuff, accounting. A person who has everything outsourced, right, can do 8 hours of sales instead of 2. Now, the person who does 8 hours of sales, yeah, he spends a little bit more on outsourcing. His percentages, his margins drop down, but his sales quadruple. Maybe not physically quadruple, but if the amount of time that he spends is 4 times the amount of time that you spend on your sales, and if you guys are running the same exact business, you are never going to catch up. It doesn't matter how good your sales are. It doesn't matter how good your 2 hours of sales per day is. The person who does 8 hours of sales is going to win. Even if you're ahead at the beginning, they're going to catch up and they're going to just go past you. So, wrapping up the video, I just wanted to say that your number one focus in any business should just be sales. Should just be sales, product, delivery. That's it. If you are a one man team, get some outsourcing and go get more money by selling.